Today I'm working on a trailer. This guy hauls lawnmowers with it. We're going to put some new grating sitting up there. We're going to put that on the tailgates, and we got another issue with the tailgates that I'm going to try to address. We put new springs on it, new helper springs. These here, those are both broken. They're supposed to have another end like this one coming way out to here on both of them, and we've got a couple of new ones and we put those on, but we're having a little trouble because they have a tendency to kind of push the gates towards the center, and they're riding on the same shaft. Both sides are riding on the same shaft that's in here, and got a problem with that because this little rest that holds the center of the shaft up is actually designed wrong. It's at least ½ an inch farther farther towards the front than it should be. And what that does, when you let these gates down, that forces this side to be that way more, and then that side comes this way more, so that kind of a V pattern that's starting. When the gates are laying down here on the ground, the ends are bumping into each other, and it's hard to move this pin here that locks them together. I've been looking this thing over, trying to figure out a plan what I'm going to do, and what I'm thinking is going to work out best for me is to cut this piece off right here that's out here. This is just a little rest that's welded on here. I'm going to cut this one off, and I'm going to make some new ones. I'm going to weld them onto either side of this, one on each side, and that will push this out that side a little bit. It'll push this one over that way a little bit, and we got room for that. We need to do that anyway, and it's going to bring it all out this way a little bit. So that's my plan. Need to do that to fix all of these problems, and then of course just clean all of these burrs off where the old grating was and put some new grating on there. It's going to be a big problem to pull all the pins out of the ends of this shaft here and try to raise this thing up. So I'm not going to jack this up and grind it off smooth. I'm just going to grind on it a little bit with this small grinder and clean it up. I decided to put a jack under there and raise it up so I can get some room to clean that up a little better. Looks a little better. I'm going to set it back down. I'm going to cut out some pieces and just weld one on each side of that. Looks like I bent the thing. It's up too high now. That'd be alright. It'll straighten out. I'm going to give about a ½ inch from here to there. It's close enough I don't have to measure it. I can just eyeball that. Now the end of this is not cut square, so I have to just eyeball down here to make sure I'm square with that. It doesn't have to be exact, it's just a little catch for it to sit on. Do the same thing over here. Got these two pieces made here, and I'm going to put them on. Let's see if we can zoom in on where they're going to go. This bar is bent upwards right now, just a little bit because I jacked it up so that I could clean it out some. I'm going to put these on here, same height as this part right here. These will be the same height, and I'm going to put them on there like this. Just do one at a time, and that's going to fix that problem that we got. And I'll probably put another piece in the back here so the bar doesn't go back forward again. Got all those little welds burned off of there, but those pipes that we're cutting on, these right here, are pretty thin. I burned through them in a couple of places and it looked like they were just paper thin. So I didn't burn them down all the way down to the surface. Some of them I did, but a lot of those went through. I'm going to take a grinder. That grinder right there, I'm going to take that and grind the rest of these down smooth, are smoother. They don't have to be totally smooth, but we do have to get through the paint so that I can weld with that the MIG welder and weld those screens on here. So I'm going to grind these off now. Got the trailer all done. Got these grates welded on. Got that little deal redesigned and rebuilt down there in the middle. Got that fixed. And got this fixed down here, this little foot. I just took it off and straightened it out and then welded some washers on the outsides of it. So we got that job done, and the lawnmower is finished. That belongs to the same man. The lawnmower in the garage, the red one that we've been working on, that Ferris. So this job is done. Thanks for watching.